This week Parliament is in recess and we were all expecting perhaps a bit of a quieter time and to be campaigning for the council elections on 4th of May, so I hope everyone watching this will be voting in that election. However, something came up at the weekend which perhaps took me by surprise. As many people know, I am a Clyde supporter, got my season ticket which I've been using all season, and Clyde in fact started in the constituency round about Barrafield area. But at the end of last week, Clyde signed a player called David Goodwillie, who had been in the courts. He had not been taken to the criminal courts because of rape, but he was taken to a civil case by the woman who was involved in that case. And she won her case, and David Goodwillie and another player were found to have committed rape. They were then not been playing football. This only happened in January that the court case happened, and Clyde then signed the player and he played at the weekend. Now I have to say at first I felt just a bit uncomfortable about that, but then there were more articles in the press on Monday about it, and I really had to think what was my position going to be on this. I'm very, very keen on Clyde, and it's one of my main forms of relaxing at the weekends, and occasionally midweek. I was down at Berwick fairly recently watching them. And they're a small club. The crowds now are only about 500. They need all the supporters they can get. We've got around 300 owners because Clyde is fan owned, a very democratic club. I think it's definitely the right model to go. But there's no big backer with a lot of money. And frankly, Clyde are toiling these days. We're second bottom of League Two and in danger of being relegated. And the last thing I want to do is in any way damage the club. But I think there does come a time with football teams that we have to say, this is my club and I'm loyal to it and I want the best for it, but what they're doing in this situation is wrong. And I think that can apply to all clubs in all sorts of ways. I know that a number of Celtic fans campaigned for the living wage, for example. So I really felt I did have to make my position clear and speak out about what I thought. I also believe that people should be forgiven if they say they're sorry for having done something wrong and should have a second chance. That's very much part of my Christian beliefs. But I think you also have to leave a certain amount of time after something has happened before somebody comes back into the limelight. And whether we like it or not, music stars, football players are held up by young people, especially as role models. And we have to be very careful about whose name we associate with which club. So I feel Clyde have been damaged by this episode. I very much hope the board will rethink this. I fully support the board as people. As I said, they are elected by the fan base, which includes myself. But I did want to speak out and basically say that I would not attend more Clyde games this season as long as David Goodwillie is in the squad.